The verdict John Swallow heard in the courtroom this evening.
It marks the end of a 4-week trial and a 4-year investigation of the former Utah Attorney General. Political specialist Lad Egan was in the courtroom and joins us now live with reaction to this. Lad?
Yeah, Mike and Edie, John Swallow had started the day facing 9 charges and possibly up to 30 years in prison. But this evening, stunning moments in the courtroom and what you could describe as almost disbelief from John Swallow and his family that this ordeal is over.
We, the jurors impaneled in the above case, unanimously find beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant, John E. Swallow, not guilty.
An emotional John Swallow reacts after listening to a verdict acquitting him of all charges.
I'm speechless. We're just so grateful, and the system did work. And I'm grateful for my lawyers, I'm grateful for my family, and I'm grateful for our faith. And we're just glad it's over.
In the courtroom, Swallow's family and friends sobbed as count after count, 9 of them in all, came back not guilty.
The truth was, John Swallow was wrongly accused.
Defense attorney Scott Williams says it was not easy going up against what he called the unfair momentum and government power that was working against Swallow, making the victory more meaningful.
It's an amazing feeling, it's an emotional feeling, and it's a proud moment for our team.
We just want to get together as a family now, relax and enjoy this new time.
The former attorney general says he'll have plenty to say later on about the experience of being prosecuted, but for now, he just wants to go home.
Maybe get a good night's sleep for the first time in a couple of years.
Certainly understandable. The 3 prosecutors in the case refused to comment. Later on, though, I did receive a statement from Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill. He says this was a very complex and difficult case, and that what's important is that it was heard in a public forum. Also, 2 of the jurors that heard this case, they did speak with us afterward. They said they took their job very seriously to examine the evidence.
We weren't firmly convinced, and obviously unanimously, we weren't firmly convinced of guilt.
The 5-man, 3-woman jury had about 13 hours of deliberation. They said they were honest and respectful with each other as they meticulously discussed each charge. And you know, Deanie, you will remember earlier on today that the defense attorneys had actually asked for a mistrial. Tonight, when I asked them about that, they say they are definitely glad that the case stayed in the hands of the jury because they got the outcome they wanted.
Yeah, definitely that worked out in their favor. So, Lad, what comes next?
Well, a few things. There's the price tag of this expensive trial to see if any of the defense attorney's fee will be paid by the government. Also, what's next for Mr. Swallow. But tonight they said they want to leave those discussions for another day.
All right, big day in court for sure. Thanks, Lad. Mike?